So after being rudely interrupted at the end of part 1 by Storm Francis, I was back and it's time to finish what I started. So after a cancelled train and a replacement bus, I pulled into Lower Tyndrum station and set up my tent in record time at By the Way Hostel. The next morning I got up nice and early to start the first leg of my journey, Tyndrum to Bridge of Orchy.
Very good morning to everybody. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Had my first night camping at By the Way campsite. It was very nice. Bloody freezing though, absolutely freezing. Went down to just under 8 degrees last night, so it was a bit chilly, but I'm okay and I'm set and ready to go.
I'll put all the details of the places I camped, wild camping and campsites in the description below.
Now I don't know why, but this has made me laugh this morning. Okay, I'll just show you. One sec.
It was just a random gate in the middle of the countryside attached to nothing. There was quite a few sheep around. Obviously the meat in Scotland is free range. Now I'm not scared of sheep like I am cows. I think if it came down to it, I could probably take a sheep in a fight. But anything bigger than that, I'd stand no chance.
Well, the sun's come out and it's a beautiful day, look. I think I'm gonna get a tan.
Before I knew it, I was already at Bridge of Orchy Hotel. So of course I got myself a cheeky pint of Guinness. There was a lovely place you can wild camp just over the bridge, but because it was so early, I thought I'd continue on a bit longer to the next hotel. The scenery just got more and more beautiful. Unfortunately, Inveroran Hotel was closed, so no pint there, but they do have a water tap on the outside of the hotel. And just across the bridge is a lovely little place you can wild camp.
Well, there we go. I completed my section that I was doing today by I think it was about 1:30, 2 o'clock, which was lovely. Taking it really slow and steady this time because it's beautiful weather and I want to make the most of it. I want to enjoy it. I don't want to rush it and get it over with too soon. So I'm just doing little bite-sized sections of the trail, little mini ones. One question I was going to ask, does anybody else talk to themselves when they're hiking on their own, like walking solo? Because I seem to be doing it a lot. And I just wondered whether, you know, it was normal because they say that talking to yourself is the first sign of madness. And I'd love to hear in the comments if anybody else does it so I don't feel like I'm losing the plot.
Day 2, I awoke to a very misty morning and I was heading up to King's house. Oh, look at that, spooky.
Good morning everybody. It's very misty today. It was cold last night. Froze my tits off in my tent, in my little Percy the pop-up tent. Yeah, didn't sleep too well, but it's not going to stop me. I'm heading off now and yeah, hopefully it'll warm up as the day goes on.
It was a lovely quiet morning on the trail this morning and that mist, it just made everything look a little bit magical.
Back out, lovely, the layers coming off and it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day.
What a turnaround in the weather! I should have bought some sun cream. Unfortunately, it's something I'd forgotten to pack. As I walked into the picturesque grounds of the King's House Hotel, I got a right surprise. course, my first stop was the hotel bar, where I got myself a cheeky pint of stout. And then I crossed over the bridge once again to find the perfect place to wild camp. Now, it's pretty great because they do let you use the facilities at the bunkhouse, so they let you use the bathroom for free. What a lovely end to a perfect day. It was time to settle down again and get ready for tomorrow. Now, a few people have mentioned in the comments of part 1 that I was mispronouncing the names of all the Scottish places. So I've been on the old Google on Tinternet, and I think you pronounce it Kinlochleven. That's the place I'm headed today. If I've got it wrong, let me know in the comments below.
Morning, lovely people. So I survived another freezing cold night, but it wasn't so bad this time because I literally wore every item of clothing that I'd brought with me on the trip. I felt a bit like Joey out of Friends, you know, when he puts on the whole of Chandler's wardrobe. Yep, so it wasn't as cold, but it's still a little bit nippy. Looking a bit like Wurzel Gummidge at the minute. I think tomorrow may have to be a hat day. Well, so far the trail's been okay. It's been a bit rocky and it's been next to a main road, which I haven't really liked. But now I'm starting the ascent to something called the Devil's Staircase, something like that, which is going to take us to the highest point on the whole of the West Highland Way. So it's going to be a bit of a bitch to climb. So I'm going to take a little break first. I'm going to have snacky snack, and a cig, and then me and Peggy the hiking pole, we're going to get to it. We're going to tackle this.
Now, the climb was a bit relentless, but the views made it worthwhile.
I think I'm probably about a third of the way up. Maybe it's wishful thinking, I don't know. But I'm knackered. I had to take off my hoodie, too hot. It's sun's coming out now, it's getting beautiful. I'll spin the camera around so I can show you how far I've done already. Okay, I'm actually absolutely shattered. I'm still not even at the top yet. Everybody keeps overtaking me. I'm like a tortoise, and this is Michelle. Wee. But keep reminding myself, this is not a race. It's all right. Take your time. Don't overdo it because you've still got quite a few miles to walk on the way back down as well.
That was an absolute mission, but I finally made it to the top. Hallelujah! Now it was just a long walk down. I just could not believe how lucky I've been the last few days with this weather. It's unbelievable.
Well, I think I must be on my final mile now before I get into town. And I've got to say I'm pretty exhausted. Today has taken it out of me a little bit. I think it was that climb at the beginning. But it's been good. I haven't had signal for much of the way. And the path has been pretty similar. It's just been this old military road for a lot of it on the way down. But it's okay. I'm going to get into town. Hopefully I'm going to grab a pint because I am gagging for a Red Guinness.
It didn't take long before I reached the town, and of course, you guessed it, head straight to that pub. Now, if you get a chance, make sure you spend some time in Kinlochleven and have a look around. It's absolutely stunning, especially down by the river. Now, I did stay in a campsite for this night. I stayed in the Blackwater campsite. It was very, very sweet, and of course, I've pitched up right by the river there. Lovely little spot, and settled down for the night. I can't believe this is going to be my last full day of walking. I don't want it to end.
Good morning. Okay, so this is my last full day of walking. Didn't get a very good sleep last night, not gonna lie. A, it was freezing again, and B, the people in the tent behind were having a jolly old time, having a bit of a party. But it's okay because, you know, I've got Peggy and we've had 4 hours sleep, so I'm sure it'll be fine. Apparently there is a big climb out of the town today, a bit of a steep one, which I'm not really looking forward to, but we've got this, and then from then it's going to be pretty steady. It is the longest day mileage that I'm going to do today, but yeah, got this.
Now, I did see there is a place you can wild camp just a little way on the trail coming out of Kinlochleven. Maybe I should have done that. Would have been a little bit quieter. But anyway, I was in good spirits still, and I started the ascent.
Well, I don't know how far I've come yet, but it's a little bit tricky because the path is really stony. I'll just show you what I mean.
And it just kept going up and up and up. Now, I've got to say, I did meet some absolutely terrific people on the West Highland Way, both on part 1 and part 2, so I just want to do a very quick shout out to anyone that I've met. You are all absolutely fabulous. The scenery really does improve as the days go on. Some of it was just absolutely breathtaking in those mountains. I just got my first glimpse of Ben Nevis.
So it's nearly 2 o'clock. I'm currently sat on a tree stump and I need a wee, but people keep coming past and there's nowhere to go. What do I do? Little status update. I had a wee in the woods, so I'm all good to go again. Yay! And look how pretty it is. Well, it was a very long day, but I finally made it to the campsite, to Ben Nevis campsite. I'm set up, and I've got my stout from the shop. So I'm gonna have a beer, I'm gonna have a cig, set up my sleeping bag and stuff, and just chill. I'm knackered.
Whoa, cheeky little cover up there. My mum told me off for swearing too much in these videos. I do apologise, I don't realise I'm doing it. So I went to sleep for the night because I only had 2 miles to walk in the morning to get to the finishing line in Fort William.
Well, I did it. This is the official end of the West Highland Way. Woohoo!
So happy that I'd completed it, all 96 miles. So I celebrated by getting myself a nice fat Mackie D's. Well, there you go. I completed it and I'm back home safe and sound. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed making it. I had a right laugh. If you did, make sure you give it a little like. And of course, make sure you post a comment because I absolutely love replying to all the comments and having a good old natter online. Now I am going to just quickly touch on a multi-YouTube channel collaboration initiative that I'm getting involved in called #CleanUpYourMile. Now we'll be posting a video with more details about it next week and letting you guys know how you can get involved at home. Hopefully I'm going to get some of you featured in one of my videos, and like I say, I'm going to have more information coming out in a specialised video all about this next week. So stay tuned.